Okay, so this is Jared. This is my summary of the Getting to Know GT project. And the first thing that I'll talk about is with my fraternity, we attended a lot of football games. It was actually not required, but strongly recommended for pledges to get the season passes at the beginning of the semester. So I've attended every home football game because we were also told that the seating of our fraternity block is dependent upon our attendance throughout the semester. So I attended every football game. The one I would like to talk about the most is the Clemson game because that's the one I remember the most. Mostly for the fact that at the end of the game, we stormed the field because it was such a close game. I think we won in the last 20-something seconds. And it was just a very fun game to be at. I have pictures of that I'm going to put in the end, but I'll also still talk about one other thing I did with my fraternity, which was the freshman cake race, because I think that was even more interesting. That was definitely required by the fraternity, and pretty much every Greek organization required their pledges to do it. So at 6:30 in the morning, the day after, let's say day after semi-formal or something. Oh no, a long time ago. I can't remember the date. We had to get up and we ran from the end of First Drive, down it, across Britain Street, and then up halfway Freshman Hill towards the finish line. It was not too long, but it was long for 6:30 in the morning after a night partying and stuff. So my pledge brothers and I, we decided to not sleep at all the night before for the race, so that led to a very interesting experience. And also it was very cold in the morning. I think I ended up bundling up in like 2 sweatpants, 2 sweatshirts, and had a jacket overwards just to try surviving the run there. And yeah, I wouldn't say that I did well because I don't think I did. I was very not having it in the morning, and the entire thing was, I think, a waste of time. But it was just something interesting to do. My proof is the number that I still have from the cake race with my name on it. We all got the numbers, we all had to register, and we ran with our fraternity brothers along with a couple dozen other people in like stratified groups. I know one of our brothers did very well. They got like top 10, while the rest of us just kind of walked the entire way. The next getting to know GT activity I did was visiting professors at office hours. The main reason I visited professors was for undergraduate research, which was a very big interest of mine at the beginning of the semester. So the first professor I talked to was Professor Chapman, who's my modern physics professor. And I really liked his research that he told us about in class because he deals with the interactions between photons and atoms on the quantum level. And quantum physics is something I really wanted to do research into at the time. So I went to his office hours and I spoke to him. And fortunately, he told me like he wouldn't take on a first semester freshman, but he directed me to a couple of the other professors, one of them being Dan Goldman. Dr. Goldman I spoke to also during his hours, but he wasn't my professor. And he ended up sending an email to all of his grad students working for him because he didn't have an open position for me. And one of his grad students responded that she does have an open position. And then I got speaking with her and she took me onto her team just to do data analysis for the semester. But so far it's working out because now I'm going to have my own project next semester. But for the second of my professors that I spoke to during office hours was Dr. Pucha, who's my ME 1770 professor. And I spoke to him early November just because we have a team project that's our final project and our final grade for the class. And we had a group of 5 at the beginning of the semester that we had to work with to do this project. And halfway through the semester, one of the students just stopped responding to us. I'm pretty sure he dropped the class and I don't know what happened with him. He hasn't spoken to us since. And so I had to speak to Pucha during his hours about what we're supposed to do with his part of the project. And Pucha was very accommodating. He just said that we are going to need his final parts for the project, which I ended up having to do, but we didn't need like all the sketching, all the dimensioning. We didn't need it as perfect as we would have. And he took into account that our entire team was 1 member down, whereas mostly the other teams still had their full 5-man roster. And those are the 2 events that I did to get to know GT. At the end of this video, you'll see like a 1-minute thing for the Fresh and Cake race that one of my brothers took, and some of the pictures from the Clemson game.
Hey, can I sit in the back of that? Listen. Can I sit in the back and record this? They're actually not going to drive out there, presumably.
No, they're just going to start it with the horn.
So much.
I wonder if that's true. That would kind of suck.
So much build-up.
Shit, Robert's getting boxed out a little bit. He'll get boxed out.
Push him.
Push off. Yeah.
I like it.
Howard Georgia! Hot damn.
Really? Only one person went down.
That someone lost a shoe though. That's fucking hilarious. Just like